Okay.
Good. All right.
All right. So let me just go back to my
Share screen.
Is there a rate on that? Is there a rate on that one?
this.
No, I gotta give him a rate.
Okay. Now it's gonna share everything I'm looking at.
Yeah,
Now share.
that's a good thing.
Okay. So
So whoever's gonna log in,
I have
we'll
to
see
start
whatever.
with
you should start seeing the volume.
Yeah, we just did. All right, sorry about that. Morning again. So I want to go through this not passive open enrollment. A lot of things have changed this year for all of us when it comes to our benefits. Every single person in the company has to go in, log in into web benefits, and either waive if they don't want our benefits. They have to click waive, or they have to select their benefits. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna go through the changes first, and then I'm gonna show you how to go into our benefits and do your selection. All right, so we're gonna start with what we are gonna cover today. We're gonna do the medical, dental, vision, the life insurance, the accidental death and dismemberment, the voluntary life insurance, and the group short-term and long-term disability. I'll go and touch on every single one of those. There were some changes to the plan. We were fully funded before, we are partially funded now, which means some things changed. We have to put it out for you guys. You guys knew that children were covered till the age of 30, till the age of 26, sorry. This is the change. Now they are covered, if till the age of 30, if they meet those criteria, which are unmarried, have no dependents on their own, and they are full-time students. If they fall into those categories, they are covered until the age of 30. Pretty sure most of you don't want to tell your children that, because you don't want them on your insurance. But we have to let you guys know. And dental and vision, they're up to the age of 27. And life, you can have them 21 to 25 if they are full-time students, okay? So that's just an FYI for you guys. What changed this year for us for our benefits? The dental, it decreased, the rates decreased a little bit. The medical, we have United Healthcare as our provider. We no longer are with Cigna. So when you call your physicians or you are setting up new appointments, do not say I have Cigna. You have to say I have UHC, United Healthcare. So that's what you need to do. If you have current providers that you like or physicians that you like, I suggest that you give them a call and say, hey, we're switching insurance in 2017. Do you take United Healthcare? And if they do not accept United Healthcare, you might want to start looking for alternatives, okay? Why are we doing this? What's going on here? We are actually having to change because we used to be with Cigna, and Cigna came back when it came time to renew our contract with them. They came back with a 46% increase on the rates. And obviously Mark and the Sullivan Group, who is our benefit broker, they sat down and said, this is impossible. There is no way we can, accept the 46% increase, not to us, not to our employees. So we sent Sullivan to the market and asked them to start researching. What we found as we were looking at the increases, why Cigna came back with such an increase. There were a lot of factors, but the three most important things are, I'm going to start with one that is very basic. People go to the ER versus going to the urgent care. When you go to the ER, the cost on yourself and on the insurance is higher than going to the urgent care. what we found is we need to start educating everybody, educating ourselves. What is an ER visit and what is a urgent care visit? If I have the flu symptoms, let's say, I woke up one day, I'm stuffy, I have fever, my doctor is on a weekend, my doctor's not open, I can't make it, my fever is so high, I can't make it till Monday. That's not an ER visit. This is technically, you go to the urgent care, and then you go get, they give you something to ease your pain until you go see, they ask you to go see your primary physician. But in the meantime, they ease your symptoms. To give you an example, I don't know, I fell on the stairs at my house and I can't move. Yeah, no, that's an ER visit, obviously. We don't want you to feel that you cannot go to the emergency room. We want you just to make a conscious decision on when it's important to go this way and when it's important to go that way. I would ask, please don't feel that we are telling you not to go. We are not saying that. This is not what I'm trying to tell you. But there are a lot of things that could happen at the urgent care that will cost you guys, first of all, less, and it will not put such a burden on the plan that will make our rates go higher and higher every year. Another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is the prescription drugs. People don't know to ask the questions with their physicians. It is your job to ask your physician, hey, you're putting me on this prescription med. Is there any generic for it? Can I take something that will not cost me an arm and a leg, will not put, again, strain on the plan? So there are probably, the statistics were, I think 95% of the meds out there have a generic for them. So please ask the question. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt your pocket. It doesn't hurt the plan either. Now, when there's no option to move from a brand name to generic, of course, you're gonna have to take these meds, right? But when there's an option, helps you guys save money, helps the plan as well. The third one is we obviously had high claims. And the reason for these high claims is when some people obviously get sick, but these are the factors that push a plan or a carrier to come back and say, you know what? You've used so much of this plan, we cannot work with you within these parameters. Moving forward, we're gonna jack up the prices. We don't want that. What we're trying with this open enrollment is, I am present for you here. Mark is here in my absence if I'm not here. Eileen will also be trained on these things if you have questions. Ask the questions, ask your physicians, ask about the RX, ask about all the stuff that benefits you personally when it comes to your pockets first and then helps the plan. This is a collective work. This is not something I can do or Mark or Jason alone or Sullivan. If we don't have everybody on the same board, we're gonna see prices go up every single year. So it's a collective thing. You do your part, we do our due diligence. We'll find the best plan that will fit all your needs at a good price. Okay, but we do need your help with that too, in order to stabilize the rates. Questions? Oh, we'll leave the questions till the end. All right, so this is a little slide. I was debating if I should take it out, but I wanted to leave it for you guys. This is on your spare time. When you get, I'm gonna send you this PowerPoint. Just take a minute, read it. It just puts a lot in perspective as far as the rates increases in the past few years. They have been a steady increase. There's a report. If you click on that link, it's an actual link. It's gonna take you and show you a graph and more information about why there is an increase. Everybody knows about it. It's not a secret. It's not like we woke up yesterday or last week when we talked about open enrollment and we said, oh, we're gonna raise the prices or the rates. It's been in the talks. Everybody knows. Everybody that have read the news or saw the documentaries and stuff, you know that the price of benefits is going up. Unfortunately, it's not something, we can control some of it, but not all of it, okay? So this is what it will show you as well. This is some information about special, it tells you like what drives the cost. Like I pulled this off of a report on, I think it was CNN or something, and it will show you exactly why the rates with carriers will go, like when you have a benefit plan, the carriers will check up the prices. It's because of these things. So if each one of us walks into the doctor's office, asks about the RX, about the generics, or makes a conscious decision to go to the urgent care versus going to the ER, that will help, okay? So how do we compare? We are not allowed to put in writing the companies, the names of the companies that we went and asked. Sorry, I'm actually in the wrong one. I have another one. I will send you the correct. The numbers are incorrect on this one. I guess they pulled it from my desktop and I have it saved somewhere else. But the prices are different. The first company is $83. When we compare to another company that is in the same market like us, they do the same kind of work like us, they have on average the same amount of employees combined from us between TMS and Reed. The first company came at $83 a week. And then the second company was at like 34 or 50 something. And I will pull up the slide, the correct one, and I will show it to you. What we are trying to show you guys is we are at $30.09, and that is without the wellness credit. You know, we talk about the wellness program. Please go do your due diligence. Go get your, when we do the biometrics on premises. Go to your physician once a year, get what you need to do, and enter all this information on my Cigna, which will be my UHC moving forward. And this will give you a $21.09 credit back. If you take $21.09 out of this green number, that will lower the number to $9 a week. So for employee only, okay, for employee only, the cost on weekly basis after the wellness credit is applied is going to be $9. But currently it's zero. When you go into the wellness and you're on the base plan, on the low plan, you pay zero. So it's going to be $9. Okay? I don't want to say it's a small number. I don't want to say it's a big number. It's a change, but we tried everything we could not to have to do this. I'm going to be very honest with you. The discussion that we had, Mark and I, with the REITs have been taking on and paying and paying and paying. At some point, as an employer, in order to keep the doors open and have people have jobs, they cannot keep absorbing those increases. You get to a point where you cannot absorb it anymore. And this is where we are today. So they've absorbed throughout the years. When 4 or 5 years ago, the people that have been here for a long time will know this. Things are changing. This company is growing. And the more we grow, you'll see more changes. It used to be easier to absorb 45 people and their dependents. We are nearing 200 right now, combined. I'm talking combined with 2 companies. So when you look at the bigger picture, I know that every person sits here and say, well, I don't care, but I'm one individual and this is affecting me. But this is affecting all of us. So you look at the person sitting next to you and you will notice that it's also affecting them. People that have dependents, people that have families on their insurance. It's definitely affecting them. It's affecting all of us. But it's either that or we start cutting stuff somewhere else. Like, what do we do? Where do we make up the money in order to pay for those increases, those cost increases? You have to find it somewhere, okay? I trust me, we went back and forth and we tried and we couldn't. There was no way around it, okay? So the information about, this is the table, and I wanted to tell you that when you, on your way back out, there's a booklet like this one. And this booklet has all this information that you guys are looking at. And this is the page that will list what the increases are and what, how it's going to affect your paychecks on a weekly basis. I want to talk about a few things. The penalty, if you notice that the smoking penalty went down, I'm going to tell you right now, we talked about enforcing this. I am not going to wait until I send you to test you. If I see you going outside and I poke my head and I see you standing over there, you're getting charged. I'm with all adults here, we've asked you many times, and you guys, no one in the whole company came and said, yes, I'm a smoker. So some people, no one.
That's hilarious.
It is like when you see the same people getting up and walking and going over there and they sign a form and tell you, I'm not a smoker. I'm not gonna play this game. Okay, you smoke, you wanna smoke, fine. We're not telling you don't smoke. Well, we want you not to. We offer you to go get Chantix, to go get the chewing gums, the patches. We help with that. We provide all the information that you guys need in order for you guys to quit smoking. But if you choose, and it's your choice to do that, we're gonna charge you. And here's the kick with that. Once you get charged, you tell me I quit smoking 2 weeks later, your charge is not gonna drop. It won't drop until 12 months later. Okay? So we're gonna see that if you guys are gonna be committed to quitting. Are you gonna lie to me and you're gonna tell me, oh, I'm not smoking, and then sneak out and go smoke? I don't know. You know? So we're gonna watch you guys for a little bit. And I think when it starts, hitting your paycheck every single week and you calculate how much it's taking out of your paycheck a year, you might reconsider smoking. Also calculate how much you pay in smokes.
Does that $21 credit also apply to the Choice Plus plan?
Yes, to all of them. Yes, to the low plan, to the high plan. Okay? So
The high plan is, if you decide to go with the high plan, you're just paying for the difference between the high plan and the low plan. So that's all the differences between Choice Plus and Choice Plan. And I'm gonna also say, one thing I want you guys to think about, we're gonna look at the two different plans. In your booklets, you can see the plan benefits side by side. I'm just gonna give you guys some recommendations. If you look back at your history of how much you're using the plan, how often are you going to the hospital and getting into your deductible? If you're doing that on a regular basis, say 2 out of the last 3 years or 2 out of the last 4 years, then you probably want to consider going to the high plan and paying the extra amount because the deductibles are lower, the out-of-pocket max is low. If you rarely use the plan other than to go see your doctor once a year for physical, then you're probably better off going with the base plan. It's not going to cost you any more money. And if you're not using the plan for deductible stuff, you're better off with the low plan than you are the high plan. Because your deductible isn't going to matter. You're just going to pay programs. So, we're trying to educate you guys as much as possible. We want you guys to be on the plans. I mean, it's important for us to have good participation. But when you're looking at the low plan versus the high plan, really got to look at, are you using your plan and getting into your deductible or maxing out your deductible on a regular basis? If you are, then I would consider going to the high plan. If not, stay with the low plan.
So I just asked, I need to send me, I guess I'm logged in as a remote employee here, so the actual one that I fixed is still on mine. It has 2 sections and I'll show it to you guys. I want to go through a couple of words.
Just a quick question. So all the previous screening and all the stuff that we've done before this will still be good for United Healthcare, right? It doesn't matter as far as, okay.
Yep. So if you did the wellness, right? You went through this whole wellness program in September and now throughout this time. Yes,
Okay.
I get the lists from Cigna and it says Mr. X and Mrs. Y. They went and did all 3 steps. Yes, your wellness credit is going to be applied in January. Comes January.
Yeah, what we will probably ask you guys to do is United Healthcare has a health risk assessment very similar to Cigna's health risk assessment. Once we get into United Healthcare, we're probably going to ask everybody to update their health risk assessment because that health risk assessment is really there to kind of give you guys some action items to work on to improve things. And we don't want that, when Cigna goes away, we're going to lose my Cigna. So we're going to want you guys to have a new health risk assessment. So when that time does come, we will probably ask you guys to update your health risk assessment. But if you qualify for the credit going into 2017, you will get the credit.
Okay. So I wanted to talk to you about some wording here in this one. What is the first line is your calendar year deductible. The first section of it is as an employee with no dependents. And the second section after the / is for a family or with children or with spouse. That would be the yearly deductible is the amount that you will pay, okay, during the calendar year. Let's say 2017, we're talking about 2017. This is the amount that you will pay out of pocket before your co-insurance goes into effect. And I will tell you what that means. So let's say I went to the doctors, okay, and besides the copays, I will talk about the copays too. I went to the doctors and I was asked to do let's say a X-ray. Just giving you an example that is not covered. This is just an example. And the X-ray is, let's say, costing $100. I'm gonna pay the $100. I'm gonna keep paying until I meet my deductible during that year. Once I meet my deductible and I paid that amount, whether it's the $2,000 or the $4,000, this is where my co-insurance kicks in. If I go after that to get the same X-ray that costs $100, once I meet my deductible, I have a 30%. So I'm only responsible for the 30% out of that 100%, the $100, sorry. Do you follow what I'm saying? So first you have to meet your deductible. That's first and foremost. So the second step is after you meet your deductible, if you go get something done and you get a bill, you're not responsible for the whole bill. You're only responsible on the base plan, you're responsible for 30% of that bill.
After the deductible.
After deductible is paid, yes.
So $2,000.
Yes, first.
Then
First and foremost, you have to meet your deductible. You keep paying through it, pay all year. Let's say you get to October. You know what? I'll give you a better example. I had a surgery.
Right.
It's so easy to meet your deductible when you have a surgery.
Right.
You're gonna pay the $2,000 first and foremost. You meet your deductible. Anything else comes after that, you will pay 30% of whatever all those bills are.
Up to $5,000.
Up to your out-of-pocket maximum. Yes, that would be the maximum you will pay.
What's changed from before?
All right, so here's why I thank you, Eileen, for getting me, because I have a,
Give the correct.
yep, I have a comparison for you guys. Here it is. Oh, sorry about that. There we go. That is the correct one. Okay. See, like this is what I was trying to tell you guys. This is the information. So we are compared at $9 versus $83.51 and $32. These are the companies that we talked about earlier that compared to us. So here, okay, so here are the changes. You will see Cigna on top and you will see UHC on the other side, okay? And this is the base plan. Anything you see in green is what actually got changed. So when you used to go to the, your yearly deductible is the same, out of pocket is the same, co-insurance is the same, preventive once a year is zero, you don't pay anything. Your copay went down. It used to be $35, now it's $25, okay? Specialist used to be $65, now it's $50, okay? And what changed also is the urgent care. And this is where I want to point something out to you guys. In order for us to make the conscious decisions on going, before in our old plan, it was almost, okay, I'm gonna pay $100 or I'm gonna pay $250. No, I'll rather go to the ER and I'll pay the $250. But when you have a difference of $250, which is urgent care at now is at $50, and your emergency visit, your copay is at $300, it makes you stop for a second and say, do I really need to go to the ER? Do I have to? Or I'll just pay the $50 and go to the urgent care, okay? Again, if you have a major issue, well, it's not gonna stop you. You're gonna pay the $300, you're gonna go to the ER. But it will make you stop if you're not in something, you have something going on, it will make you stop for a second and think, which way would I wanna go, okay? The last thing that changed is the imaging. So MRIs, CAT scans, PET scans, all these things. So it used to be a $250 copay. It's no longer like that. You will have to meet your deductible and then you'll pay 30% of that. Yes. Again, here's why. I'm gonna tell you guys something. Throughout this whole year, as we're looking at benefits and stuff like that, I've been reading about stuff. And if you guys watch TV and you watch the news or you watch documentaries about health and stuff, you will know that a lot of physicians are saying these days that a lot of the MRIs, a lot of the CAT scans were unnecessary. So doctors immediately say, oh, here, go get this MRI done for me, go get this CAT scan done for me. They're not really diagnosing you, looking at you and talking to you and asking you the right questions. It is your job as a human being to ask, is it necessary? I mean, all those waves also going into your body. Is it necessary for me to get it? Ask your doctors about this. Say, hey, can I do without? Do I really need this? I mean, I don't feel like just ask the question. If you have to do it, you have to do it. But you guys need to ask the questions too.
Sandra,
Yes.
can you explain what is CYD and coin?
It's calendar year deductible, which
Okay.
is the first, and it's your co-insurance.
Okay, so basically, if we have nothing else going on, someone tells us to take a test, we're probably gonna just take all that out of our pocket, probably.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay,
But not the x-rays, not when you are required to do blood work or x-rays. This is for MRIs and like major imaging stuff.
okay, x-rays, okay, so
It's still free.
x-rays.
If you look at it on top,
Yeah.
you see what it says, independent lab x-rays and stuff like that. This says blood work and x-rays are still, you don't pay anything.
Blood work and x-rays don't.
Yes,
Okay.
you still don't pay any.
Okay.
Okay, so that's for your, this is your base plan. Okay? Now, this is what changed with the Choice Plus, which is the higher plan. Same thing, deductibles, everything out of the top. The one that changed is the out-of-pocket maximum change. For individual, it went up 1,000, and for family, it dropped 500. Okay? And then you go down to your primary care visit, it's also $25 versus $30. This one's always had the specialist at 50, so it's the same, nothing changed. Your urgent care here is at 75 and emergency room at 200. Same, obviously, at the imaging, when you go to do MRIs and stuff like that, you are not going to pay a copay anymore. You're going to meet your yearly deductible first, your calendar deductible, and pay 20%. The high plan has a 20% co-insurance, not 30. And obviously, this is what Mark was saying, please look what your needs are, okay, the year before, because this plan costs more, obviously, it's gonna cost you more.
Are there any resources to find the lowest cost providers for imaging in the area?
You have to call them,
Okay,
and they have to take United Healthcare.
okay,
Now, the only thing I want to tell you with this one, the second plan, the high plan, is it will allow you to go out of network, okay? So if, let's say, you have a specialist and they sent you this, you have to go see this person, this doctor, and this doctor does not take United Healthcare, you are still allowed to go. The only difference is you will not get, when you get the bills, you're not gonna pay on a discounted rate. That's all it is. But you're allowed to go. Okay? I know, you'll have.
The question you just asked is a really good question. And you should be able to ask any provider, whether it be a doctor or a place that does scans or whatever, what is the discounted cost that they have? What is it gonna cost? And you can call 2 or 3 places.
Yeah.
To find out who's the cheapest. And that's frankly part of what we want you guys to start thinking about and doing, because at the end of the day, it's the claims that are paid by the plan that determine how much our premiums go up on an annual basis. This year, we're running at about 118%. And that's not even on a fully developed basis. That's actual claims year to date. We're at 118%. So now you know why Cigna came back with 147% increase, or 47% increase in last year, is because we have a plan that's running at 117% without even being fully developed, meaning all the claims associated with that plan year haven't paid out yet. So that's the reason why we're here. We want you guys to use the plan, so it's there for you guys to use. But we want you guys to use it, and you'll notice what we're changing with these plan provisions is things that we want you guys to pay attention to when you go out and spend money on some sort of service. don't be afraid to ask the question, who's the cheapest? Everything else. We want you guys to spend this money like it's yours and like it's ours. That's really what it is. So we're trying to figure out, we need to do a better job of educating everybody about this stuff, and that's why we're here right now. But we need to have regular meetings to talk about. We had 34 steerable events where participants on the plan went to the ER when they could have gone somewhere else, based on Cigna's viewpoint. 34 of those events. It costs 2.5 to 3 times, sometimes even more, as much to go to the ER than it does to go to an urgent care. So we're trying to get these things, and same thing with generic drugs. The amount of money we spend on drugs in the plan, not that we don't want you to have the drugs, but if you can get generic drugs for the same price as you can get or for a lot less money, and you'll see where the copays on the pharmaceuticals are changing, and it's going to be based upon what tier of drug you get. If you go with the generic, your copay is going to be low. If you go with the medium brand name, it's going to be higher. If you go with the highest brand name, it's going to be more expensive. So we're trying to use the plan provisions to get you guys to understand how to best spend the plan money and your money, which will, in the end, help us be able to keep healthcare costs at a minimum. Like Saunders talked a lot, and you guys have all seen it. Obamacare rates are going up 25 to 100% in almost every state, and so and we've had personnel that had plans with Obamacare. Guess what? Their provider's gone. They're out of the marketplace because they're losing money hand over fist because of the way the plans are designed. So at the end of the day, we're trying to provide the best benefit that we can to our employees at the lowest cost possible. We continue to pay for dependent coverage. If you've been with us for 3 years or longer, we pay for 50% of your dependent coverage, which very, very few employers do anymore these days. And but at the same time, when you're seeing 10 or 15 or 20% increases in the plan, we are at a point right now where we can't continue to absorb 10% increases when we spend $1 million a year in health insurance. We've kind of gotten to a point, and if we have an employee that takes all the benefits available to them, it's almost $450 a month per employee per month that we're paying for all your benefits. That's a big number. $450 a month. That's damn near $5,000 a year.
And that's for employee only. You imagine after 3 years when the needs also pick up 50% of your dependents. So again, I mean,
So my point to you guys is I want you to understand kind of the predicament that we're in. We can't keep absorbing the increases. So as the plans continue to increase in the future, we're going to increase the amount that comes out of your check to help cover that cost. I mean, we may cover some of these increases, but we can't keep paying out
not at this rate.
more than $450, $460 a month for all your employee benefits, and that doesn't count for 401k. I mean, it's a big number. So we've done a lot of research. We've looked at a lot of competitors and other companies and customers, and many of them, even larger companies, they're paying way more out of pocket than what you guys are having to pay. So I want you guys to understand, we're doing everything we can to keep this cost down as much as we can, but at the same time, when we get 20% increases, we got to pass that on. It's real money, guys. I mean,
It is.
$450 a month per person for employee only coverage. If you take every bit of what we provide, and of course, if you do the bonus. That's what we're doing.
So I was telling you guys that the Choice Plus will allow you to go out of network. So when you go to somebody, a doctor, a physician, a specialist that does not take United Healthcare, you will always see this on your way out. It tells you what your share will be, what you will be paying when you go see somebody who is out of network. Out of network, again, is when a doctor does not accept United Healthcare. I do want to tell you something very, very quickly. A lot of people do go on their websites, like for Cigna, people go on Cigna's website, and some people go on, they're gonna go on my United Healthcare myuhc.com, and look up providers. Please know that the website does not upload or upgrade as fast as picking up the phone. So some physicians would be with United Healthcare or drop United Healthcare, don't allow United Healthcare anymore, but it's not updated on their websites yet, either the doctors or United Healthcare. So my suggestion to you guys is please pick up the phone and ask your physician. Say, hey, do you take United Healthcare? Okay, that's very, very important. The last thing I want to tell you, the out-of-pocket on the Choice Plus plan for individuals, employee only, it went $250. For families, it dropped. It dropped from 18 to 12.5. That would be like what, 5.5? I'm better than that. So, but it dropped significantly. Okay. Again, you'll have this. You'll have in the booklet some information. You'll have a lot of stuff to take with you to look at it and see it. So here I want to show you the prescription. So this is how the generic is still the same. It's $20. The brand name, the tier 2 and tier 3 went up. And the reason again is when Cigna came back and showed us how much the plan had paid for brand names on prescriptions, it was out of this world. Okay, so we want to make sure that people are asking these questions. People are going and talking to their physicians and saying, hey, can I take a generic? Okay, obviously also the when you mail your orders for a 90-day supply, it dropped. It used to be 2.5 times. Now it's 2 times. So it dropped 0.5%, I guess. Okay, so dental and vision, we're still with Humana. People call me all the time. I called my physician and my dentist and I told them I'm Cigna and they can't find me with Cigna. We are not Cigna. Dental and vision is Humana, okay? People just do, and I added the name on top because I want people to memorize this, okay? United Healthcare is for your medical benefits and dental and vision is Humana, okay? So dental, it dropped. As we mentioned before, it dropped. It's not like you will feel it. You'll see it. It's a few cents here, $1 here. It's not like it dropped and it became free all of a sudden for all the dependents, but it dropped, which is a good thing. Which means we're doing the right thing in the dental department. I don't know why, but we're doing the right thing there. Maybe we should just copy it into the medical. So these are the prices for employee only. Has always been $0. And again, I want to say something about what Mark was saying earlier. When you guys hear that the company is picking up, or Mark said, mentioned the number $450, that does not include this either. That's only on the medical. So when the company says I'm paying $450 per employee on medical, that does not include your portion in dental and vision, or the life insurance, the 3 life insurance. So there are 3 other things that the company is picking up on your behalf as an employee. Keep that, I just want to bring it up and for you guys. And the short-term and the long-term disability, which is also something that is paid by the company for the employee, okay? Obviously, it lists nothing changed, nothing has changed. So your benefits when it comes to your dental and vision have not changed, okay? But I wanted to put them there just so you guys see them, you'll have them. Vision plan, still the same. Price is the same, plan is the same, frequency of stuff is listed there. This is what you pay as far as co-pays when you go do your tests and stuff like that. So it's all the same, nothing has changed.
And you must enroll if you want.
Yes, I trust me, I'm gonna do a
Just
mock.
because the plan hasn't changed,
Yes,
you have to enroll if you want.
yes.
dental and vision.
So obviously, this is also the basic life insurance that the company will pick up on behalf of their employees. This is what the coverage is for the employees by tier. And this is if you want life insurance, extra, like voluntary, you want to purchase more insurance. I want to tell you something, couple of things. I'm not going to go through the details of these 2 slides, but I want to tell you, if you need information, if you read this and you're not getting it, it's not working out for you, please come see me. I'll be more than happy to help you, okay? More than happy. But I want to tell you about the prices for these. When you end up getting the voluntary life and accident and dismemberment for yourself or for your spouse or for your children, it's minimal. the amount that you pay on weekly basis is minimal. The reward at the end is great. So if you're purchasing,
Reward at
when
the
you,
end.
when you die, when you die, no, but like when you get the money,
For some people.
I say,
No, right.
of course,
Cool.
I don't want my family to wake up one day if I die and something happens to me with having to think about
There
where
you
to come
go.
for the money, to pay for
It's
funeral,
good for
pay-
your family.
There you
it's
go.
good for
There you
your
go.
family.
You know that.
That is-
Rewarding for your wife.
We're more.
You don't have to do one, you can do child. You know, you can do the child one, so. Anyway, we'll go through it, it's pennies on the dollars if you think about it. I personally encourage everybody to take a look at this. If you don't like your spouse that much, I don't wanna know, I don't care, you can do one for the kids. The kids are always good. Anyway, so this is about the life insurance. The disability plans, obviously, we have the short-term disability, long-term disability. You guys don't pay anything for that, nothing changed there. The Reeds will still pick it up. This is their plan, like how it covers, what it covers. I want to tell you guys, I have this question all the time. People ask me, there's if you see elimination period begins on the 15th day of disability. What does that mean? If you are on short-term disability and you submit your papers that you're out or whatever, and you will not get any money from Mutual of Omaha until the 15th day you are out. So let's say I was out, I am on maternity leave, and I was out on the 1st of, let's say, November. I will not get a check from Mutual of Omaha until it starts on the 15th. Okay, I'm not sure about Mutual of Omaha, I have not used them, but some will give you a lump sum.
They do.
The lump sum, yes, so they calculate the lump sum and send it to you in one check, and some other companies will send Mutual of Omaha, so it's a one lump sum. You get one check, one time, and you're good.
And they take taxes out of it,
Yes. So,
just so you know.
They don't take tax on everything.
yeah,
We take that, we're not supposed to take that.
well, it says it should not be.
They took something out of it, that's for sure.
They didn't take that, they don't take that
No.
out of short-term.
Life and disability is after tax, so when you pay out, it's actually the full amount, it should not be, it's free. You and me will take a look at that because it should not be like that. It's the premiums, and I have the notes I will tell you guys about that at the end. These are little notes I want to talk about. So anyway, these are the schedules on how every employee will be paid and what they will be paid. And when they say 60%, honestly, it's not guaranteed 60%. It's up to, we should put up to 60%.
You're gonna get $250 a week.
There is a maximum, 250, yes. This is for the long-term disability, obviously schedule as well, this payout schedule. All this information is for you guys to have. If you have questions about these, please come and see me. This is not something I want to waste your time on. And we'll cross that bridge when we get there. This is very, very important. What you have to do when you go to your open enrollment: medical, dental, vision, life insurance, short-term disability, long-term disability. You have to enroll via web benefits from today till next Monday. If you don't want, and I'm gonna repeat this to everybody, if you don't want our insurance, you have to go in and waive it. If you want medical, dental, vision, life insurance, and disability insurance, you have to go and pick each one. This is not a passive enrollment. You have to pick and choose everything you want and everything you don't want, all right? And I have one, I think we can do it really quickly. I have one ready. It's like a quick view. I'll show you guys about it quickly, and then I'll talk to you also quickly about the material that you guys will have. And I can't see what am I, oops. Password.
While Sandra's pulling it out, some things for you all to know. It walks you through the process. So once you start, you can't skip around steps. It'll say if you want to enroll in medical, it'll provide your options. You can't move on past that until you select it. It walks you through.
When you do that and you're putting in your dependents, you have to have your kids' socials and all that with you at the
Yes.
time.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yes, that's
Pretty
very
Well,
important,
if
yes,
you've already put them in the past,
yes.
they'll carry.
They're already
It
there.
will populate.
They're already there. If your dependents have been there,
If you put them in the past, they'll
Yes.
still be.
Okay.
That's-
new dependents,
lost.
yes, you have to have this info. Date of birth and social security. If you're recently married, we need you to scan a copy of your marriage certificate. I wanted to tell you guys, the plan allows you to have dependents. It doesn't allow you to have relatives. It doesn't allow you to have boyfriends. I've gotten these questions. I just want to let you guys know. You have to be married. Yeah, the dependents have to be your kids. They can't be your grandkids, your cousins, your uncles. These people are not covered under our plan, okay? Just so you know. All right, so I'm gonna do this mock with you really, really quick. This is an office employee. We're gonna do it together. All right, so I'm gonna impersonate the user. And obviously you see it's a test. I'm not impersonating anybody. So yeah, it's not like I'm gonna take, do you have a question?
No.
Oh, okay. So when you log in, this is what you're gonna see today, all right? All you have to do is click on enrollment. And you're gonna follow the steps. It's gonna tell you one by one. It starts on your medical, okay? This is, if you don't want, you just click this and you go click one after the other. I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want whatever, okay? But when you want something and you wanna make changes, this is what you do. You click on it. This is me. I wanna add my spouse and I wanna add my child and continue, okay? Here's what it does. It's gonna show you. This is without, please remember guys, this is without your wellness credit. That's not including your wellness credit. You have to participate in order for you guys to get that, okay? So, by the way, do you want the base plan or you want the high plan or you can still wait? I want the base plan, okay?
Back if you can.
Pardon me?
That's right.
So you click, keep selection, and you keep moving, okay? This is a new thing, okay? This is gonna tell you, if you want, all employees are eligible for this. If you want it, please click yes, and these are the steps that you need to do in order to get it, okay? So save answer, go ahead. Medical is done, plan, I'm gonna do this really quick in front of you, same thing, continue. It's gonna guide you, it's gonna tell you where to go. Keep saving this, vision, I'm gonna leave the vision this way. This is mine, it's gonna tell you just view the information. This is for you, what the company offers for you.
Hey, deny the vision just so they can see what a denial is.
Oh, okay, so here. So I waive, I don't want it. It just says
Okay.
waived. See it here?
We can
You
click
can-
that by accident.
Can you see it?
Right, you
You can change it. You have a whole week to make any changes you want. By the way, if you make a selection today and you decide to change something before the end of the week, you can do it. As long as it's done before Monday midnight. Monday midnight, you will no longer be able to make any changes, okay? So I want to show you something about this, which is very, very important. I'm gonna buy insurance for my spouse.
You waited already.
Oh, I did? No, I did not this one, right? View, this is continue. What happened to it? Oh, they have to be on my coverage. Something, I don't know what she said.
You have to have voluntary employees.
I do have it. Don't I have?
So you waive.
I waived it, sorry, you guys. I apologize. All right, so I have it. Yes, so in order for your spouse or child to have insurance, you have to have life insurance, okay? So watch this. This is what I wanted to show you, the spouse. Select, whatever. Guys, there is something, when you go to purchase life insurance, okay, and you exceed the amount allowed or approved, not allowed, approved, you will get a notice that you need to complete an evidence of insurability. It's EOI, it's called a form, EOI. There will be a link when you go over it, there will be a link. If you don't have it, it will be in the content, the library content of your web benefits page. This page, you have to complete, you don't give it to me. I don't need this information. It's gonna ask you very personal medical information about yourself, about your spouse, or your child. And what you need to do is mail it to Mutual of Omaha. If you don't do that, they will not approve your life insurance. The life insurance you're taking on your spouse or your kids, it will not be approved until you get a letter from them saying it's approved. In the system right now, I have many employees that I have reached out to. And I said, listen, 2 years ago, when you signed up for your spouse, you did not fill out the EOI. And if you don't fill it out, there's no insurance. They're not deducting it out of your paycheck. You're not gonna get the benefits, just so you guys know. Now we'll show you the form. So obviously we are here, we've picked it, life insurance, view the plan, select, and short-term disability, it's done. Okay, continue. Who are you gonna give the money to? This is very important. When you choose to get life insurance, this is for your basic life insurance, the free one. It has to match 100%. You can't do 75, 25, and 10. It won't let you. It's gonna give you an error because it's not equal 100%. It has to be equal 100%. So you can do this, okay? And then this is the voluntary life insurance, 100% to the spouse. Okay. So this page, it's asking you to please review. So you scroll down, this is your cost here, this is your cost here, who is covered, who is not covered, you waived vision. See, it says the benefit election is pending until approved, but it's waived. Life insurance free here, you're paying. This is what I wanted to tell you. This is extra life insurance. I bought $10,000 for 32 cents. This is voluntary, $5,000 on my spouse for 16 cents and $10,000 for my child for 46 cents. I wasn't kidding when I told you it's really cheap. Short-term disability, this is what the company pays on your behalf, you guys, for this one and this one, okay? And we go, complete enrollment. Oh, sorry, I must agree. Agree down here, and you complete the enrollment, and your own enrollment is complete. That's it. Don't have to worry about that.
Sandra, did you go over the changes for, I don't have any dependents or anything, but did you go over the cost changes for that?
They're in the, when you get the book or the PowerPoint, you actually will see them. The new rates, they're on this page. It's page 6. It lists, you remember last year there was a form, it's called section 125, and it had the rates. This is section 125 right here. It's the new rates, okay? Please remember these are weekly rates and they do not include the 2109. So you're seeing the full amount. You have to deduct 2109 out of each one if you do the wellness, yes.
For the wellness credit, is the deadline still the same? Is it still?
Same, nothing changed.
December
Yes, in
11th?
September, we will have the biometric. You have from any time throughout the year to go see your physician. I want to tell you what I'm getting questions, a lot of questions about with the wellness. Every year, you're only allowed to do your well visit with your physician every 365 days. You know when it said what I showed you, preventive 0, you don't pay anything? If you do it at the 364th day, they will charge you. You don't want to do that. So you call your physician's office, you say, hey, when was my last annual? They will tell you on February 11th. You want to schedule February 11th. You don't want to do February 10th, okay? They will charge you on it. So people that did their annual physical last year in December, if you do it this year in December, on December 7th, on December 15th, 20th, it doesn't matter. It still counts. Okay, so just so you know, we're not penalizing you because last year it was in December and you can't change it. You change it, you're gonna pay for that visit. And it will not be considered an annual. It will not be coded like that, okay? So don't worry, you can still go do your annual physicals with your physicians in December. Not in January. Now January counts till the next year, okay? Makes sense? All right. Any questions? So let's
So
go.
it is an annual physical. So if I go to my doctor tomorrow,
Yes.
I get an annual physical.
Yes.
Before December 1st, you have to get it. Okay.
Yeah, you still can't do it in December if last year you did it in December. You can't change the date. It's 365 days from the first time you had it. I want to tell you, if you start talking to your physician, I did not know that until Cigna told me. If you are scheduled for an annual physical and you go into this room and you're talking to your doctor, well, all they're going to do is check you. That's all he needs to do. If the physician and you start having a conversation about, oh, my back hurts so much, I don't know what to do. Can you please give me tell me where I can go, maybe chiropractor or get physical therapy. It will not be coded if they write you a prescription. If they give you a diagnosis, it will not be written up or coded to Cigna as an annual physical. Hush, do not say a word, and I'm not kidding you. A lot of people last year said, well, I did my physical. So we went back and looked. It was coded differently because the patient and the doctor start talking about symptoms and it's no longer an annual. Don't talk about symptoms that day. Wait until you go back for your results.
I wish I knew that.
Yeah, I listen, I'm telling you, I did not know.
You just need to call the doctor and make sure they code it.
Yes, you call them back and you say, you know what, I really need this to be coded this way. And if you come to me and you say, listen, Sandra, I did go, this is the date I went, and we'll go back to Cigna and we'll look, it's fine. We're not gonna hold you, not allow you to participate in the program if you went and asked the question.
Okay.
But what I did is I waited until, they sent you to do blood work. When did my blood work? And you have to come in when your blood work, comes back. So on that visit, on my blood work visit, what I paid for, this is you pay your copay, right? I told the doctor if I had symptoms, if I needed something from him, a prescription, this is the time to ask. Okay? Questions?
Thank you.
I just want to tell you, I am here every single day. It's a lot of information. We gave you a lot of things, and I know it might be overwhelming, and I know that my accent sometimes you might not understand what I'm saying, but I am here for you. I'm on the phone, available on the phone. I'm available here every single day. If you have questions, please feel free to come to me. There are benefit information behind you. I just want to go through these really quickly. The file, the one that looks like this, what we showed you today is the summary. This is the detailed information of each plan. People sometimes want to know if acupuncture is covered or not. This is where you find the information, or on my uhc.com. But this is what it is, okay? This is our employee benefit booklet. It has also similar information as the PowerPoint. I will be sending you the PowerPoint as well. And you will also find over there the benefits for your dental and vision. They're listed over there as well. And you will also find stuff for the Mutual of Omaha, all the short-term disability, not short-term disability, life insurance. Please note that the little stack for Mutual of Omaha is for managers, and the big stack is for all of us, the rest, the employees. So please read on top. It has two titles. So one, it says office and employees, and one says managers. So we get the office employees. All right?
So I'm actually going to my doctor tomorrow, so
Yeah.
I have to ask a bunch of questions.
Sure.
Am I still technically under Cigna?
Yes.
For this visit?
This is
Okay.
2017.
So next year is
Yes.
when I'll have it.
Starts from January 1st to December 31st. And please take one, please, everybody, I don't have a lot, they were not able to send me a lot of printed material, so I asked that every person takes one of each, and if you forget them at home and you come here and you want one, please don't do that. Just use yours. Hello. Hi. Good. Nice. Thank you for showing. Yes.
I noticed you saw some, I saw some.
Yes, they went on, did you go and do your biometric on at Quest?
No.
Why not?
What's that one?
So,
What's that question?
Quest is a lab.
Oh, Quest Labs.
Online.
Okay, not online, we thought it was online.
Now, in September, even before, in the beginning of September, we blasted emails to everybody saying you have in between September 14th and October 14th to go get your biometric done, where they poke you, they take blood, and they give you some results. They give you blood work result, like the blood pressure results.
Biggest pain, yeah.
And you take this information and you put it on my
But
signal.
your shops,
You did not do that last year.
No.
Oh, this year?
I had probably someplace with understanding or then they said
you're not huge, they're both big, thing and you're not.
they said, well, I'm not on that plan.
That's
We were with
You know, and I'm sitting there, well, okay, why do they keep sending me all this stuff? You know?
You have all the benefits, right? You are now currently under signal, correct?
Right.
Okay. At the beginning of September, I sent an email coming out from you through the private managers from you guys, because I don't know every single email.
Right.
I sent it to them and I said, hey, can you please forward it? And the email was sent through, and it says, these are the steps that you need to take in order to get the wellness credit, which is the 21 hour. The first one was between September 14th and October 18th, you need to go. If you cannot participate in the biometric science, you can go. It has all the information, and you know what, I will forward my email again to you guys, but now, you can't do it anymore, because you missed the 30 days.
Yeah, there's something I had trouble with going online. Yeah.
Did you do the?
I tried going online, doing everything.
From what I know.
No.
Exactly,
Yeah.
that's exactly.
Okay, that's what it was, okay, because I was trying to do that online.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you give me, because you have to go back to
Yeah.
Yes. You, yes, the week after.
Yeah. Whatever that is up there.
You, 50%. Okay, please put something, you know what, please put something on my calendar, maybe not this week, maybe next week. No, I don't need it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's not right.
Here, I'll show you to, or show them to you.
Yeah, I got another question
Yes.
too. The drivers have their medical every so often, you know, they go in for a physical.
That is considered, yes.
We went to a wedding last.
We can use that.
The thing is though, mine isn't due until February.
So you have one for a year.
Well, I have the
The 2 year?
I have the truck drivers, the CDL license.
Yes, I know what
And
you're
it's
talking about.
redo, I have to redo it in
February,
February,
but when did you get the last one?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. If you had the 2 years, we needed you to go see your primary physician. If it was 1 year, no, you don't have to. We will use it as your primary physician. We'll
Okay, but even though it's in February,
Again, let me make it clearer for you. You, because you missed that period of September 14th
right,
to October 14th, you're not gonna be eligible for that 2109 credit.
okay,
Next year, here's what you're gonna do. In February, you're gonna go do your DOT physical, right?
Right.
That counts as your physical, because this is the same thing.
okay, yeah, that's what I was wondering. If I
But
gotta
this is
have
gonna be
two.
for year 2018. Okay, are you following my logic?
Okay, so in February, even though it's 2017,
Yes,
it will count,
for 20, okay, so when you do your DOT physical in February,
correct?
come September of 2017, you do Quest, you go to Quest. Or you come here, you do the biometric here, or you go to Quest to do it at their locations.
Okay,
And then you enter all this information into now my UHC, not my Cigna, my UHC. On January 1st, 2018, you will get 2109 credit every single week. We'll deduct that amount out of the
Okay.
benefits.
If we go and do it and pay for it ourselves right now, is that the difference? So I spend, okay, so for 17, we just don't get it.
I started on January 1st of 2016, this year, right? I've been paying the whole time. I paid for the whole week. I didn't get, because I started after the first. So, you know what I mean? I
Okay,
have to
so
pay
it-
the whole year. I did participate. This year, I participated. In September, I did my biometric. I went on my UHC and did it. I went to my doctor in October. I did my physical. And now on January 1st, I'll get my 2109 deduction.
So if you don't do it in September, that's it, no matter if you do it yourself.
Nope.
Okay,
And you don't wanna really pay for it.
oh,
It gets
okay, well, I
expensive.
don't know, okay.
Yes,
The other thing is, if we have, he's got Medicare and the Plan B and stuff like that, how does your plan fit in with that?
I think why do you need our
Well,
benefit?
that's what we're trying to figure out.
That's what we're trying to figure
Whether
out.
we do or not.
I don't think you need it if you
Yeah,
have
that's what we
Medicare.
Because the only,
Except for the dental and or
Yes.
vision, that's really good.
That you can have those, and you will still have our short-term disability and these
Yeah,
things,
that.
but I don't think you need our medical.
well, if we took the medical,
Well, they have that big deductible, sorry, go ahead.
if we took the medical, wouldn't, one would cover the up to their percentage and the other one pick up the other percentage?
Yes, I mean, it's kinda is, but you have to think about the deductibles too. What are the things that, oh, let me stop this. Oh, we're taking. Yeah, no.
Oh, hello up there.
Stop baby. Stop. How do you stop this? Whoa.
X at the top.
Think about it. Yeah. Large, I don't know how to really.
Well, the image stopped.
I did?
No, it's moving up here.
Oh, now it's moving.
No, we're moving. Okay,
Yeah.
I need to make it stop that. Go back to meeting and stop shape. Stop. Ha.
There you
Well, you're
go.
moving there.
You're
But it's
moving
still, yeah,
there.
this one, yes, that will always do that, but I need to stop the whole thing.
Okay.
I'm not sharing anymore on my desktop. And end meeting. Aha.